I will not apologize for the monster I have become. Monsters are not born, they are created. They are shaped in the shadows, molded by silence, betrayal, and pain. Every wound inflicted on me, every moment of suffering I endured, became the foundation of what I am now. The world expected my submission, demanded my obedience, but instead, it forged something unbreakable. They stripped me of kindness, burned away my innocence, and left me with nothing but the fire inside me. I did not ask to be made this way, but I refuse to regret it. I refuse to bow to those who built me from the wreckage of their own cruelty. I have no interest in their forgiveness, no desire for their approval. The monster they see is the monster they created. And I wear that truth like armor, unshaken, unapologetic, and unwilling to kneel ever again. I was torn apart, stripped down piece by the very world that now fears what it has created. They didn't just wound me, they dismantled me, shattered my spirit, and burned away everything soft within me. I was left with nothing but ashes, a ruin of who I once was. But from those ashes, I rebuilt myself, not gentle, not yielding, but something sharp, something lethal. They thought they had broken me beyond repair, but all they did was forge something stronger, something they can no longer control. Every scar etched into my skin, every crack in my soul, is proof that I survived what should have destroyed me. I no longer seek to mend the pieces they fractured. Instead, I have transformed. The version of me they once knew is dead. What remains is untouchable, unbreakable, and unwilling to ever be brought to ruin again. They fed me lies, wrapped in false kindness, hoping I would remain blind to the truth. They wanted me to believe I needed their approval, their mercy, their acceptance. But I see through their illusions now. The pity they offered was a cage, a chain disguised as kindness, meant to keep me weak, meant to make me doubt my own strength. I refuse to be shackled by their expectations, their judgments, their carefully crafted deceptions. I have carved through their illusions with the same sharp edges they forced upon me. They call me ruthless because I no longer bend to their will. They call me cruel because I refuse to submit. But I am not cruel, I am free. And freedom, to them, is terrifying. They do not fear my rage. They fear my clarity, my refusal to play their game. I see them for what they are, weak. They didn't just try to break me, they wanted me erased, reduced to nothing but a hollow, silent shell. They wanted me to disappear, to fade into the darkness they buried me in. They thought suffering would crush me, that pain would consume me, that I would shatter beneath the weight of their betrayal. But they were wrong. The breaking didn't kill me. The pain didn't erase me. It transformed me. I did not vanish into oblivion like they hoped. I adapted, I evolved, I became something they never expected. I was not destroyed. I was reforged, reshaped into something stronger. Something more relentless. They wanted me weak, but they created something they can no longer control. Now, they tremble at what they have made. They fear the consequences of their cruelty, because I am still here, standing, unbroken, and ready to make them face what they tried to destroy. The scars I carry are not delicate, not marks of beauty to be admired. They are raw, brutal, carved deep into my flesh and soul, permanent reminders of every betrayal, every moment of agony I endured. Each scar tells a story, not of weakness, but of survival. I do not hide them. I do not wish them away. They are mine, etched proof that I stood against the storm and did not fall. They thought they were wounding me, breaking me, but all they did was give me armor. These scars are not reminders of suffering, they are weapons forged in fire, sharpened by resilience. I wear them like a shield, like a second skin, impenetrable and unyielding. Where once I was vulnerable, I am now indestructible. The pain that should have destroyed me now fuels me. I am no longer a victim of my past, I am its master. There is no mercy left in me. They stripped it away long ago when I begged for kindness and was met with cruelty. When I reached out for help and was met with indifference. When I gave everything I had, only to watch it be taken, crushed, discarded as if it meant nothing. Mercy is a luxury reserved for those who are shown it, for those who have not been torn apart by a world that devours the weak. I was never given mercy, so I do not offer it. Sympathy is an empty word, meaningless to me now. It died the moment I realized no one was coming to save me, that I was truly alone in a world that thrives on suffering. So I let it go, just as I let go of the softness that once held me back. I do not feel for them. I do not forgive. The person I once was is gone, burned away in the fire of everything I lost. I do not mourn them. I do not wish for their return. That version of me was soft, hopeful, believing in the goodness of people, in redemption, in second chances. But kindness was met with cruelty. Trust was met with betrayal. Every illusion I once clung to was torn from my hands, crushed beneath the weight of reality. I did not simply change, I was forced to evolve. What remains is something colder, something sharper, something untouchable. They say I have lost myself, but they are wrong. I have shed the weakness that made me vulnerable. I have abandoned the naivete that kept me bound to false hope. I have become what I needed to be to survive. And I will never allow myself to be broken like that again. Never again. They call me a monster as if I wasn't made this way, as if the hands that broke me aren't the same ones that now recoil in fear. They whisper my name with trembling voices, calling me cruel, ruthless, unrecognizable. Good. Let them choke on their own words, let them drown in the weight of what they did to me. They wanted to control me, to break me into something they could use, something they could discard when it no longer served them. But they failed. Now, they look at me with wide eyes, realizing too late that they created something beyond their grasp, something stronger than they ever anticipated. Their fear does not weaken me, it fuels me. It is proof that I have become something they can no longer contain. I owe them nothing. No explanation. No justification. And certainly, no apology. Let them tremble. I remain. There is no forgiveness here. There is no redemption waiting at the end of this path. Forgiveness is a luxury for the naive, for those who still believe the world is fair, that justice exists, that wounds can be healed with mere words. But I know better. I have seen the truth. I have stared into the abyss and felt it stare back, cold and unyielding. The ones who broke me do not deserve forgiveness. They do not deserve my understanding, my kindness, or my regret. Regret is for those who wish things had been different. But I do not wish. I do not dream. I accept what is. I accept what I have become. They think I am cruel because I refuse to kneel, because I refuse to submit. But I am simply what they made me. And I will never apologize for surviving on my own terms. Let them call me a monster. Let them curse my name, spit venom in my direction, and tremble at the weight of what I have become. Does not matter. Their hatred means nothing to me now. Their fear only strengthens me. I am not what they wanted, I am what they created. And I am more than just survival. I am the reckoning, the consequence, the storm that rises from the ashes of their destruction. They thought they could break me, bury me, erase me. Instead, they forged something unstoppable, something beyond their control. I do not bow. I do not submit. I do not regret. Every scar on my body, every crack in my soul, is proof that I endured. That I refuse to fall. I will not apologize. I will not be tamed. This monster they fear, this force they cannot undo, is the truest version of myself.